Hi everyone, my name is Heather. I'm a speech and language pathologist with Great Speech. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some activities that you can do at home with your children to practice their articulation and phonology skills. These activities include items that most families have at their home and they're easy to implement. So I am going to share with you a really short PowerPoint presentation giving you some activity ideas. So your goal here when you're working with your child is to aim for 50 to 100 repetitions to get that change that we're looking for in their ability to produce the sound. So you're going to want to practice for about 5 to 10 minutes, and you're targeting just one sound at a time, and you might even be targeting the sound in just one position of the word. So you're going to have your child produce 5 to 10 repetitions per turn. The bankruptcy game, this can be really great with school-age children. You're putting a bunch of plastic coins in a bag and you're going to color one of them red or any color that you choose. After each repetition, you and your child will each pull out one coin. If anyone pulls out the red coin, they have to put back all of their coins and they're currently bankrupt. Whoever has the most coins after 5 minutes wins the game. Building blocks and Legos. So each time your child practices a target word, they get to place a block on top of the tower. I like to see how tall we can make it before it falls over. And then if you want to continue and they're motivated, you could even build the tower again. Hopscotch and obstacle courses can be really great for those kids who need that movement to be engaged. So you can have your child practice their target word before each jump on a hopscotch board or move on an obstacle course. Play-Doh is really great for a couple different reasons. You can give your child a pinch of Play-Doh for every repetition. Once your child has all the Play-Doh, now you can play together. You can use cookie cutters, or you can just make objects that contain your child's target sound to continue modeling that correct production to them. Moving items, so you can choose an item to use. This could be anything that you have at your house or that maybe your child finds motivating. So it could be something like fun toys that they like, or even food items if you're okay with using food as a reinforcement. You can place the items in a small container and then use a similar container to move the items into. For each repetition, you give your child one item to put in that second container. So when they're all done, they've moved all the items into the second container and they can visually see that they're done. So one thing I would say here is that you can even continue the activity by playing with the items or eating the food item. Playing cards. Your child gets a playing card for each repetition of the target word. When your child has all of the playing cards, you can now play the game together. In this example, you're really the reinforcement. The reinforcement is spending that time with you and playing the game. You could even use playing cards that have your target words on them for additional practice. Blowing bubbles. This is really great for the little ones. So blowing a bubble wand for every 10 repetitions that your child does. Puzzle pieces, kind of similar to the building blocks. You're giving your child a puzzle piece for every 10 repetitions. And then when the puzzle is complete, they can again visually see, I'm done with this activity. Throwing a ball is also great for those kids that need movement. So have your child throw a ball to you at a basketball hoop or maybe a target that you've created for every 10 repetitions. Board games. So you can have your child take a turn after producing 5 to 10 repetitions of their target word. Again, you can use your picture cards as your game playing pieces. I often do this in therapy sessions. Reading a book. So reading a book in general is just great for overall speech and language development, but it's really, really great for finding those speech sounds and having them start to figure out what words contain their sound. So you're going to look for words or pictures that contain the target sound. Um, Obviously, you're going to want to focus more on words if you have a reader and pictures if you have a little one. You can use this as an opportunity to model those correct productions or to practice the target word. Stickers are always motivating for the little ones. They can get a sticker to place on a chart or a fun picture after practicing their target sound. I really like to use like picture scenes, and they get to decorate the picture, and then the end result is that they get a fun picture to hang up as well. Coloring can also be really great. Some kids love coloring, some hate it, so it kind of just depends on the kid. You can have them color a picture of an item containing their target sound. I like to use Pinterest to find free coloring pages. They usually have a lot that you can pick from. An example here is coloring a picture of a bee if your child is working on the initial bee sound. Or you could even find a picture that maybe has multiple pictures within it that they can color. For resources, I really like homespeechhome.com to find word lists. They have a link for each sound, and each sound is separated by the position that you find it in, so initial, medial, or final. And this is where you want to work with your speech therapist to determine where they're at, what level they're at, what sounds they need to work on. And you can either go with a word list for the older students or a picture for some of the younger kids. So those are just a few activities. It's definitely not an exhaustive list. There are other things that you can do with your children, and I would always recommend reaching out to your speech therapist with any questions, or maybe if you're looking for some additional ideas. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you found this useful. Thank you.